When a machine suddenly breaks down, summoning can quickly find the crux. When an outdoor adventure encounters an accident, summoning can calmly build a shelter. When a complex problem is put forward, summoning can break it down into operable steps. Such a person is probably an ISTP as the most skilled craftsman. In MBT, I personality types who is good at solving practical problems. ISTP is like a precise Swiss Army knife, which can find practical solutions in various unexpected situations. It is also like a silent engineer, understanding the operation of the world with the thinking of disassembly and reorganization. From repairmen to explorers, ISTP writes their reliable chapters in real problems with curiosity about the principles of things and hands-on ability. The 4 dimensions of MBTI are like 4 sets of precision gears, jointly driving EST's unique cognitive and behavioral patterns. And each letter hides their underlying logic of interacting with the world. I stands for introverted, meaning that ESTP's energy comes from solitude and focused thinking. They don't like meaningless social chat, feel energy exhausted after staying in crowds for a long time, and prefer to recover energy through independent operation or observation. In team discussions, they often deduce repeatedly in their hearts and then express conclusions in concise language. In their spare time, playing with tools and studying mechanical principles can make them more engaged than attending parties. Stands for sensing, which determines that ISTP focuses on specific facts and verifiable details. They have little interest in abstract philosophical speculation, but can keenly capture the structure, function, and operation rules of things. When looking at a machine, they will unconsciously analyze the occlusion mode of internal gears when facing problems. They believe in seeing is believing and pay more attention to what is rather than what should be. T stands for thinking, reflecting ISTP's decision-making, mode-oriented by logic and efficiency when making choices. Their primary consideration is whether this is reasonable and effective rather than emotional identification. In the face of conflicts, they will strip away emotional interference and objectively analyze the pros and cons. It's useless to argue who is right or wrong, solve the problem first. When assigning tasks, they will arrange according to ability rather than relationship to ensure optimal use of resources. Stands for perceiving, reflecting ESTP's preference for flexibility and improvisation. They hate being bound by rigid plans and enjoy the freedom of tackling problems as they come. At work, they will try first and then adjust gradually, rather than making a perfect plan at the beginning. In life, they may change their weekend plans because they find new interests for them. Accidents are often more attractive than step-by-step. These 4 dimensions interweave into ISTP's core traits: calmness, pragmatism, dexterity, and rationality, making them show unique advantages in scenarios that require hands-on operation, solving sudden problems and analyzing specific details. In daily specific affairs, IST's behavior pattern is like a precise wrench, which can always find the exert force point in chaos and solve problems efficiently. In the workplace, ISTP is a natural problem terminator and tool expert. They are not good at lengthy reports and theoretical empty talks, but can stand out in practical work such as equipment maintenance and process optimization. For example, when the factory machine stops, others are still discussing the reason, but they have opened the shell to check the fault. When the project encounters a bottleneck, they will silently study the data and find a breakthrough method with the minimum cost. They have a natural affinity for tools, whether wrenches, computer codes, or kitchen knives, and can skillfully use them to the extreme. In life scenarios, ISTP is an invisible survival expert and minimalist. When the light bulb at home is broken, they will replace it by themselves and check the circuit by the way. When traveling, their backpacks are always filled with practical items, such as multifunctional knives and spare batteries, which can be used in unexpected situations. They do not pursue flashy decorations. When furniture is broken, they will repair it themselves instead of replacing it with new ones. Clothes pay more attention to durability than brand. At friend gatherings, they may not talk much, but they will quietly repair loose tables and chairs to help the host solve practical problems. In times of crisis, ISTP is the calmest action taker in case of emergencies, such as earthquakes and fires. They will not panic, but quickly evaluate the environment. Evacuation from here is the fastest. This thing can be used as an escape tool during the epidemic. They may be the first to figure out how to make disinfection equipment by themselves. When lost in outdoor adventures, they can distinguish directions through tree orientation and star positions, and build temporary shelters with limited resources. IST's traits are highly consistent with careers that require hands-on ability, logical analysis, and emergency handling. These fields can give full play to their talents. Technical and maintenance occupations are IST's natural home. Posts such as mechanics, electronic engineers, and automobile repairmen require practitioners to understand the operation principles of things and solve problems by hand, which is exactly IST's advantage. They can judge engine faults by listening to the sound, repair complex equipment with the least steps, and even improve the use of tools to improve efficiency. For them, taking apart an old machine and reassembling it is a pleasure in itself. Handicraft and production occupations can make IST's dexterous traits shine. Occupations such as jewelers, carpenters, and ceramists require attention to details and hands-on precision. And IST can find a state of flow in the process of polishing works. They are not satisfied with making according to drawings, and will try to adjust the structure to make the works more durable. When designing tools, they will start from the user's exertion habits to make the operation more labor-saving.